So, Elsa and Caleb, first of all, thank you two for joining on time.
No
Hopefully, we'll have the
problem.
rest of them kind of jump in and join later. So I'm Dr. Barber. I think you kind of heard me talking about it a little bit. There was a little bit of a mix up with the classes, but nevertheless, I landed with sales and marketing, which is business 120, and we're gonna have some fun with it. My background is actually human resources and business transformation. So really, a course like this really fits well into my wheelhouse. I'm a guy who's really big on using technology to help enhance business activities and business operations. I think as it relates to sales and marketing, you can most certainly do that because you need to be able to use technology to analyze sales data and things of that nature. So you can probably tell by my voice that I'm not from this area. I got a country twang because I grew up in Arkansas. Um, Grew up in Arkansas, went to college in Arkansas. After college, I actually joined the Army. But the way that I joined the military was not the traditional way that most folks like Caleb probably joined. I actually qualified for the Olympics in 1996 for 100 meters. And I didn't have a sponsor, Nike or Adidas wasn't knocking on my door. So my college track coach knew the Army track coach. And they said, well, hey, if you can get them to sign up for 2 years, we'll sponsor them to go to the Olympic trials. And so I signed up. Um, I wound up breaking a few military records for 100 meters. I ran a 998, 100 meters. I actually had a world ranking at the time, but I did not make the Olympics. But fortunately, I liked the military enough that I wound up staying in and I made a career out of it. So, following my time in the military, let me back up in the military, I worked in human resources. And so that's how I kind of got a lot of my HR experience. Following the military, I kind of continued to support the government as a civilian. Still dabbled around a lot with human resources, and also kind of dabbled around with some of the business transformation stuff. I'm also Six Sigma qualified. I'm a master black belt with Six Sigma, so I've been able to analyze processes and things of that nature. That comes second nature to me. Um, I recently got promoted to senior executive service. I am an SES in the government. My position I am in now, I'm the HR director for the District of Columbia Courts. And for military, Kayla, for you, my position is actually equivalent to a two-star general with the way that it's set up now. I have a lot of interaction with the White House because I manage over 60 presidential appointee billets that I have to manage. So my job keeps me real busy. But as you can imagine, being able to leverage technology kind of helps make my job a little bit easier. And being able to advertise and market, job announcements and things of that nature, all of that kind of fits into sales and marketing. So I think at Combat Speed, that's Dr. Barber in a nutshell. Um, I want to pause for a minute though, and Elsa and Caleb, I want to give you two an opportunity to tell me a little bit about yourselves. Um, I'm gonna start with you, Miss Elsa.
Okay. My name is Elshada. You can call me Elsa with my nickname. And this is my first term in Stratford. Uh, and I'm from Ethiopia. And that's it. What else?
I think that's it. That's good. I'm glad you're in the
Okay.
course. It's very nice to meet you, even though it's virtually. It's very nice to meet you,
Thank you. Me too.
Mr. Caleb. Tell me about yourself.
Yeah, hi, my name's Caleb. I went into the Marine Corps right after high school. Was an amphibious assault marine, so drove giant tanks that could go into the ocean, turn into boats. Went overseas a couple times, saw or lived. I was stationed in Japan for a couple years. Did all that, and then after getting out, started like most straight out of high school vets, started using the GI Bill. Of now getting pretty close to being at the end of the degree path, and I actually just got my PMP last year for project management, and have been doing just doing project management in school really over the last couple of years. So that's where I'm at.
Mm, mm, mm. This good stuff. That PMP, man. So don't you have to take that course like once every like 3 years? Do you have to like recertify?
Luckily, you to recertify, all you do is get the correct amount of like PDUs, like hours and courses and stuff, but you don't actually have to take the full on exam again,
Okay.
which
That's good.
is great because that
Yeah.
was not very fun.
And I tell you, that's why I never pursued PMP because you had to always recertify. So sounds like they're kind of streamlining it a little bit. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, it's become a lot more streamlined. I mean, even right now, they're doing it online at home. People are taking the test, which is new. So, but yeah, no, it's the biggest thing for me was being at my age. When I took it, I was only 24.
Hmm.
So I didn't have a degree yet. So I needed to show my 7,500 hours of project time spread over the course of 5 years of experience. So that took the longest, but then studying for the test was a lot as well.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Well, kudos to you for getting it done, man.
Thank you.
Uh, have you two become familiar with the syllabus? If not, I can go over it really fast. Um, to kind of help set.
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
No.
No problem, Miss Elsa. We'll go over it really quick.
All right, thank you.
Can you guys see my screen okay?
Yes.
You can probably see Elsa's pretty picture up in the upper right corner.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, now you can see Caleb's. Okay. So you guys know this is sales and marketing. I know that it had you guys scheduled to be in class on Thursdays from 9 to 1:30, but I actually work full time and I cannot have a class during the day. And again, this is where I thought that the syllabus would have been corrected, but unfortunately it wasn't. But this is when we'll meet. But I don't want you guys to get too overly concerned about times when you can't meet on Thursday evenings because I will always record the Zoom session and provide you the link so you can catch up if you can't make the session. So I won't go over this all in depth, but I do want to cover just a few key things for you. So the ebook for this course is actually just marketing by Kevin R. Hartley and Rudolus W. So hopefully you guys don't have any problems with getting the ebook, but this is the book that is required for the course. You also have the learning objectives that you see on the left-hand side of the screen. And I won't read those to you, but you have some pretty high-level objectives that we'll cover throughout this course too. All right. I think one big thing I do want to focus on in this course is the difference between the traditional marketing and digital marketing, because a lot of businesses are really moving towards the digital business space. So I think it's important that we kind of talk about some of those concepts as it relates to digital marketing. Just gonna knock on it. Okay, yeah. So here is the grading scale. You can see 93 to 100 is an A, and you guys can kind of see it there. Again, as long as you guys keep communications open with me and at least show me some effort, you will not have any problems with this course at all. So. Week one, like I kind of mentioned to you before, do not worry about the task. I mean, don't worry about the lesson, only complete the task. I won't change the task for week one because I know that a lot of folks have already started on it, so I'll leave that one as is. So you'll need to jump into Moodle and look at those instructions for task one. You also need to make sure that you take care of the discussion post and then lesson one, the assignment for lesson one. I'll give you credit for task one, so don't worry about task one. For week two, let me go back. For week two, I think what I'll do for week two is I will email you all instructions for the task for week two. I don't want you to write the paper that's in there. Instead of writing a 2-page paper, what I want you guys to do is actually create a slide for me that kind of completes their requirement, but I'll email you the instructions for task two. So normally what I try to do is I try to look ahead a week so I can get ahead of what the instructions are in Moodle. And if I'm not too comfortable with how the instructions are in Moodle, then I'll kind of streamline them and I'll email you guys instructions with how to get that done offline. So you'll start seeing that in week two. I don't think I really need to go too much further with the rest of the syllabus because the rest of the stuff is pretty much like boilerplate. I think I covered the key points that I want to cover out of the syllabus. Hold on one second. Sorry about that message from my daughter. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing. And I don't see that anybody else has joined. Um, do you guys have any questions of me? I don't have a lecture prepared for you all tonight. I just wanted to kind of use some time for you guys to kind of get to know me, really talk about that syllabus. And I want to make you guys comfortable with this course, so the workload will not be as heavy as it's depicted in the syllabus or what you see in Moodle, because you'll see me doing a lot of streamlining, throughout the course. So we will have a lot of fun in this course. I'm very approachable. I think you all have my cell phone number. So if you ever need to reach me, you can reach me anytime during the week between the hours of 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. That's when I'll make myself available for you. So don't hesitate to call or email me. I'm pretty responsive during the day, but I just won't, there's a lot of times I won't be able to like take a phone call, but I can most certainly take them in the evening time. But I think other than that, folks, those are really the key things I really wanted to go over. I think class would have been a little bit longer if other folks would have joined. But at least you guys got a little bit of personal time with me to kind of see how this course is gonna flow. Do you guys have any questions of me or anything that's on your mind?
Not really for me. I appreciate all the info and the transparency.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I'm good, Professor.
All right. So I guess I would just tell you all to use the time this evening to knock out the requirements for week one, and then what I'll do is I will send you an email with the requirements for week two. I'll get that to you no later than Saturday. And so normally what I do is, let's just say for instance, if you're unable to attend a course or an evening session on a Thursday, so what I'll do is I'll give you guys a recording so you can kind of listen to the recording. And as long as you can go in and make a discussion post, before Saturday, then I'll give you credit for attending that course. But I got to see something, a discussion post or a discussion reply. I got to see it before Saturday to get to kind of give you credit, because it's not your fault that this course was originally scheduled for Thursday mornings and now it won't be able to be administered to you on Thursday morning. So I'll do my part to be flexible with you. So. All right. So if you guys don't have anything else for me, thank y'all for joining. And